Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is the very first time I ever attempted in making a YouTube video, so I don't have an intro or an outro or anything, but since this is my first time doing this, let me introduce myself. My name is Sophia, and I created this video to document my journey in using Differin. So I wasn't initially planning on making a YouTube video for this. What I was originally going to do was just take pics and videos just for myself so I could see how my progress has been looking over the past couple months. But since I'm recording my progress anyways, I thought, hey, might as well make a YouTube video about this. Plus, there's so many people that made YouTube videos about their different journey as well, so I thought I might as well hop on the wave. So the reason why I started using Differin is because earlier this year, my skin is the worst it's ever been. And I never really had bad skin throughout my life, especially in high school. I had the clearest skin ever. It was definitely one of my defining features, something that I was quite proud of because people would compliment me all the time for my nice skin. And I did have breakouts on my forehead when I was a teenager, but I was able to control that. But earlier this year, it actually started happening later last year around December, but it's gotten a lot worse around January and February. My skin, especially on my forehead, I started breaking out so much and I wasn't able to control it. It was so irritating. Ever since high school, I've been using benzoyl peroxide, and for some reason, like, it just wasn't working the same way that it used to. And so whenever I got rid of a pimple, a new one would pop up. And it was so frustrating, especially because I'm so used to having nice skin. It was quite the change to suddenly have a forehead just full of pimples, and I wasn't having it. So I knew about Differin. I knew about retinoids for quite a while, and it's something I've been considering, but I was always afraid to use it because of the purging phase. I've seen so many pictures and videos of people using different types of retinoids. Differin is actually a retinoid that I discovered this year. I didn't know about it before, but the purging phase, like from the videos and pictures that I've seen, it just looks terrifying, and that's why I've been holding off on it for so long. And especially since my skin was never really that bad, I thought, hey, like, I don't really need it. Like, maybe when I'm older, I'll consider it, but as of right now, I don't need it. But since this year, my skin was absolutely just awful, I thought, you know what? At this point, even if I do purge, like, what difference does it make? My forehead, I'm already breaking out anyways. I might as well break out a little more if that means I'm gonna get better skin in the future. So after watching so many videos, doing a bunch of research, I came to the conclusion that, you know what, I'm gonna start using Differin. So from the videos that I watched, they said that it's the only retinoid that you could get over the counter, and you could get it anywhere, like a pharmacy or Walmart, just like basically anywhere. But little did I know that you can only get it over the counter in America, not in Canada. I live in Canada, so I had to order this from America, and you know that our dollar, whatever, like, it's way more expensive in Canadian dollars compared to US dollars. So in the US, I think it's under $20, and in Canadian dollars, I believe this was 26. For a really, really tiny tube. And mind you, I had no idea that the tube was gonna be this tiny. Look, this is the tube that I've been using over the past 3 months. I know, this is supposed to last 30 days, but somehow I managed to make this last for 3 months. So maybe that means I haven't been using enough, but you know what? I've been seeing results. So I guess that's what matters. But $26 for this tiny tube, like, excuse me? But you know what? I guess it's worth it. I guess it's worth it. So this is what the box looks like. And when you open it up, I don't get why the box is this big. Like, this is my face. It's basically as big as my face. This box made me think that the bottle was gonna be this big. But I open it up and look at this. Like, excuse me? This is so misleading. Anyways, a little goes a long way. So even though it's a tiny bottle, this lasted me 3 months. So I guess looks can be deceiving. Okay, I just realized this whole time I didn't even explain what Differin is. I was gonna get right down to my progress. That's how you know, this is my first time making a YouTube video. I clearly don't know what I'm doing. But it's like I just assume that everybody that's watching this already knows what Differin is. But anyways, so for those of you who don't know what Differin is, basically it's this brand. It creates a retinoid called adapalene, and adapalene is the only over-the-counter retinoid that you can get in the States, not in Canada. You have to order it from the States to Canada if you want it. And essentially what retinoids do is that it increases your skin cell turnover. So skin cell turnover basically means skin cell regeneration. And so you have so many layers of skin. And your skin starts regenerating like at the very bottom, like the most bottom layer of all your other layers. And because the skin cell regeneration rate is increasing at such a fast rate, that means that everything beneath your skin is being pushed to the surface. And when it gets pushed to the surface, this is when your purging phase happens. So basically, the purging phase is when everything like your pimples, your gunk, irritation starts happening. Everything is just showing up on the surface of your skin. So it could look like a really bad breakout. You start getting pimples in areas where you've never gotten pimples before, which happened to me. I only really get pimples on my forehead. When I get pimples on the rest of my face, it's just 1 or 2 pimples over here and there. Never really gotten a breakout, but when I was purging, I started purging like over here. It wasn't that bad. Some people unfortunately had a lot worse experiences than me, but fortunately my experience wasn't that bad. It also causes dryness and flakiness that was not fun to go through, but it's not permanent, it goes away. And the purging phase lasts, it could be different from person to person. Me personally, so it started the 2nd week of using it and it persisted. It was on and off. So it started the 2nd week of using it and then it went away. I'd still get some pimples here and there throughout my face, but there were periods where the pimples went down and then it would come back again. And then just recently, and it's been over 3 months since I started using it, but earlier this week, I actually got a lot of pimples over here, but it went away pretty quickly, thankfully due to the Differin. And I've also been using, what is that called? It's this ordinary product. Anyways, I'll like come back to it later. Niacinamide and zinc. Thanks to niacinamide and zinc and Differin, the pimples have gone down pretty quickly. But yeah, the purging phase, it depends from person to person. It can last as little as a couple weeks to a couple months. It could go away, it could come back. Even though my skin is okay right now, there's a possibility that I'll probably break out again. But when it comes to Differin, you have to be in it for the long run. So when some people use retinoids, they tend to quit at the purging phase because they think that it just made their skin a lot worse. But the thing about retinoids is that your skin gets worse before it gets better. So you just have to push through and just bear with that purging phase and just keep in mind that, you know what, it's bad right now, but I know that it's going to get better in the future. And that's exactly what happened to me. So now to my progress. So purging is real. I've been using Differin for about a week now and I'm getting pimples in areas where I never get pimples. As you can see, I have one here, here, and here. So this is how my purging is looking. Got a little redness here, a new pimple forming here, some pimples coming up on my forehead, and I still have this pimple over here. It's just been 2 days since I took my last video. So on my chin, I have this hyperpigmentation spot that I got from a pimple that I got last week. My purging phase is currently going on, and I got some pimples over here last week, but it's pretty much gone. I just have some more hyperpigmentation. In terms of new pimples, I have one here, and I have a couple breakouts along the side of my temples over here. And for the rest of my face, like my cheeks, my pimples here are pretty much gone. I mean, I'm probably still gonna get more, but the ones that I got last week from my purge, they've gone down. I've been using niacinamide in the morning, so maybe that's been helping along with the Differin. And I mean, I gotta trust the process. I think it's working because I'm getting a lot more pimples than I usually do, and I'm getting pimples in spots where I normally don't. So it has to be the Differin working. It's officially the 4th week since I started using Differin, and here's how things are looking. So I've been getting a lot of pimples on my forehead. You can see I have a big one here, and I have 2 new ones here and a couple here that are starting to go away, but it's leaving ugly scars, and I'm not really seeing a difference in my acne scarring as well. So I'm still purging, but you don't see results till 3 months apparently, so I just gotta bear with it for now. Good morning, it's the 5th week and I want to show you guys my progress. So I have a couple pimples on my forehead, as you can see. I still have the ones on the side, and I'm starting to get some on my face. So here I have a couple here, got a new one on my chin, and I got one here. So that is how things are going so far. Hello, it's been 2 months and this is what my progress looks like in the most unflattering light ever. My acne scars, they have definitely gotten worse. I've gotten so many more scars because every time I get a pimple, it leaves a nasty scar. Actually, I changed my mind. I was looking at the before and after pictures and my skin actually got a lot better, which I didn't notice because I look at my face every single day. But when I first started this journey, I had just so many pimples on my forehead, and now I have less, which is good. We'll see after 3 months. And that, my friends, brings us here. So it's been a little bit over 3 months since the start of my journey. And the journey was a bit of a roller coaster. There's been points in time where my skin was absolutely awful. Flakiness, dryness, pimples everywhere, redness, rashes, awful. Haven't got that in a while, thankfully. I think my skin is finally adjusting to it. So I really hope this video helped anyone. If you've been considering Differin, let me know if my video helped you determine if it's worth taking it or not. Obviously, everybody's journey is different. I think I've been on the luckier end. I've seen some videos of people have it pretty rough. So I'm quite thankful for that. And yeah, if you stuck around this far, thank you. I appreciate it. I know this is quite a long video and I feel like I've definitely exposed myself in this video. Like, I was so confident going into this, like throughout the months, just recording myself, and you know, I was pretty excited to put the video together, but once it actually went down to putting all the clips together and just seeing what I look like over the past 3 months, like I was starting to second guess myself, you know. I was like, I was this close to not posting it, but you know what, sometimes you have to expose yourself to the world to help other people, and that's what I'm doing. I'm taking one for the team. So I really hope, that being said, that my video helped some people. Otherwise, I'm exposing myself for no reason. Like, I really took videos of myself in the most unflattering lighting, like unflattering angles ever. So yeah, let me know if I helped anyone, please.